Today we will discuss about the placenta. First of all, the introduction. As we know, the placenta is the primary site of nutrient and gas exchange between the mother and the fetus. It is formed by the partition of the mother part as well as the fetal part. So, it is a feto-maternal organ. It has the two components. The components that derive from the mother, it is the mother component. It derives from uterine endometrium, that is deciduum. The uterus, it has the three layers from inside to outside. It is the endometrium, myometrium, and outermost it is the perimetrium. So it is the uterine endometrium, that is residua, which participate in the formation of the placenta. Now the fetus component. The fetus component, it is the trophoblast. Now the trophoblast. This trophoblast we have already discussed in the early class. What is the trophoblast? And it is the extra embryonic mesoderm. Now if you remember, this trophoblast, it has the two layers, syncytotrophoblast and the cytotrophoblast, along with underlying extra embryonic mesoderm, that is the somatopleuric layer. It is the somatopleuric and the layer which lines this yolk sac, it is the splanchnopleural layer, and between this it is a cavity. This cavity is the chorionic cavity. This we have already discussed in the previous class. So this trophoblast along with this extra embryonic mesoderm, this is known as the chorion. It is the chorion. So it is the chorion part of the fetus that participate in the formation of the placenta. Now, what is decidua? The decidua, it is the endometrium of the uterus in a pregnant woman. This endometrium in a pregnant woman known as the decidua. It forms the maternal part of the placenta. Now, this is the functional layer of the endometrium. Endometrium has the two layers. It is a functional layer and the basal layer. So, this is the functional layer of the endometrium, which separates from the remainder of the uterus after the parturition. Parturition, that is the childbirth. So, this is the decidua. Now, this decidua has the three layers. It is the decidua basalis, decidua capsularis, and decidua parietalis. First of all, this diagram, it is the transverse section TS of the uterus showing this is the uterine lumen. As we know, the uterus is a thick muscular hollow viscera, so it has a cavity, and this cavity has a lumen, so it is the uterine lumen. This represents the myometrium layer, and this is the endometrium, that is the decidua. Now this structure, it is the implanted blastocyst. The blastocyst, it is the amniotic cavity, yolk sac, chorionic cavity, connecting stalk. Now first of all, the decidua basalis. The decidua basalis, it is the part of the decidua that lies deep to the blastocyst. This is the blastocyst, and this is part of the decidua that lies deep to this blastocyst. So this is the decidua basalis. Or we can say, if you remember the class, the blastocyst has the two poles, embryonic pole and abembryonic pole. So the decidua related with the embryonic pole. The embryonic pole, where the embryoblast is present, where the formation of the embryo start, that is the embryoblast present. So the decidua that is related with the embryonic pole, it is the decidua basalis. In this diagram, this is the decidua basalis region, and this is the part of the decidua that participate in the formation of the maternal part of the placenta. Just few times before, we have discussed it is the decidua that participate in the formation of the mother part of the placenta. And if we specify, so in the decidua, it is the decidua basalis part that form the placenta, and it is the maternal part of the mother. Now the second part, it is the decidua capsularis. The part of the decidua that separates the blastocyst from the lumen of the uterine cavity. Now this is the lumen and this is the blastocyst, and this part of the decidua, it is the decidua capsularis. This is the decidua capsularis, means this part of the decidua separates this blastocyst, or we can say superficially cover the blastocyst and separate from this lumen, or we can say the part of the decidua that is related with the abembryonic pole. This is the embryonic pole, and its opposite side, it is the abembryonic pole. So both points are right. The part of the decidua that separate the blastocyst from the lumen, or the part of the decidua that is related with the abembryonic pole of the blastocyst, it is the decidua capsularis. Now the third part, it is the decidua parietalis. It is the remaining part of the decidua that lines the uterine cavity. If we remove this and this part, this remaining part, it is the decidua parietalis. So this decidua has the three regions. It is the basalis, capsularis, and the parietalis. Basalis lies deep, capsularis lies superficial, and the parietalis is the parietal region, remaining part of this decidua. Now it is the decidual reaction. As we know, when the marula enters the uterine cavity, the uterine endometrium is in the secretory phase. It is the proliferative and the secretory phase. So it is the secretory phase of the menstrual cycle is present in the endometrium. As the implantation occurs, this secretory phase is maintained and intensified, as a result of which there is a cellular, the cells of the endometrium and the vessels of the endometrium undergoes modification, changes, and these changes occurs in the decidua of a pregnant woman, and these changes is commonly known as the decidual reaction. What factor is responsible for this decidual reaction? It is the high level of the progesterone in the maternal blood responsible for this decidual reaction. And know we in the secretory phase, the hormone that dominates it is the progesterone. So this progesterone hormone causes this cellular and the vascular changes in the endometrium of a pregnant woman, that is known as the decidua, and this is the decidual reaction. What happens in the decidual reactions? The decidual cells, stromal cells or endometrial cells, now they enlarge in the size. They becomes vacuolated, and the storage of the glycogen and lipid increase, and this is for provide the nutrition to this developing embryo. So this is about the decidual reaction.